I'm here at V.K Performance Studio with Vicky, who certainly lives a life less ordinary.
True.
Yeah. So Vicky, you're from Dublin, right?
I'm from Cork, actually. From the very south of Ireland. But I didn't grow up in Cork. I was Canadian born, and then we moved to the Middle East. So I was an expat kid, like third generation kid, but of Irish parents, and then went to boarding school in Ireland at 13. So then I spent like my boarding school years and college years in Dublin. So yeah, I feel more connected. I know.
Lots of story to tell. It's good.
Yeah.
You were just about to say you feel more connected. With...
I think I felt closer to Dublin. Actually, it felt like home, I suppose, when I was there.
Mm-hmm.
But I think having the expat upbringing, I knew I was going to be spreading my wings and traveling the planet.
You knew it.
Yeah. I knew.
At what point did you know that you wanted to do that?
I don't know. I think first it started with, studying drama and going to acting school. Of course, I saw myself in Los Angeles or New York getting a Tony or an Oscar. And I don't know. I think after, you live in Ireland for a while and the taxes were high. My family had moved to Hong Kong, and I was like, okay, an opportunity came up for my ex-husband and I to move to Hong Kong and open a bar with my brother. So we did that. And whilst we did that, I opened I'd had a performing arts school in Dublin already under my own name, VK Theatre Works. And then I opened another one in Hong Kong called Fusion Academy with my friend Ben from London, he'd already opened a couple of fusions in like Singapore and I think Malaysia as well. So I kind of got into that venture with him. So the teaching kind of followed me everywhere I went,
So here in Phuket, are you feeling at home?
Absolutely. I always did. When we were living in Hong Kong, I was coming back and forth to Phuket for holidays, and we had a family home here. So yeah, I felt very connected to Thailand and very comfortable here, and love the food, love the weather.
Right.
And
good.
Yeah.
And there are a good community of people here.
Oh, it's amazing.
Good.
Especially through what we've been through the last year and a half, seeing what the community have done is just, it's mind-blowing, Yeah.
I think I remember you recently with that puppet.
I
was wondering, is that puppet still around?
Marty.
Yeah. Would you tell
Hello!
us how was it? Yeah.
Hello, I'm Marty. This is Marty. Hello, Vicky. Yes, people with puppets are nuts. I'm not a ventriloquist, as you can see. I use Marty as an educational tool. He is there to make the children feel more at ease, like they can make mistakes, and he's like a barrier between me and them almost. So I think they really love him, actually. So I started with Marty for my VK Creative Kids, my YouTube channel and my online courses, and then I started bringing him into the classroom, and it's just incredible, like what a puppet does for kids.
Right, it did something for me.
They believe he's alive. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So they feel at ease to talk to him.
They love me.
Right.
They do love you, Marty. Yeah, so Marty is, I'm going to put you back to sit down, okay? Okay.
So that was something you did during the COVID time?
Yeah, I think I kind of was like, let's do some online classes. And I'd been writing children's music with Mike, my partner. So and I was like, what can I do? And I kind of created a formula. Basically, it's like my hour lesson that I do with the little kids condensed into 17 minutes. I think that's the longest one we've recorded so far. And it was a tool to help parents with young kids, because so many of my friends were complaining that the online classes were a nightmare for their little ones. And I was like, how can I make something interactive, educational, fun? And a big thing about what I do, as I said, with puppets, is helping kids to feel like it's okay to be shy. It's okay to make mistakes.
Vicky, you really pulled it off. I watched it.
Oh, thank you.
I watched it and I was like,
thank you.
Whoa.
I love it. I think it's I think I really found myself in that project, and I'm really looking forward to making more episodes and growing this, because...
Right, so I saw that, and I've also seen clips of dance going on here.
So when we opened the school, I was like, let's do the full spectrum of the performing arts. So Mike teaches piano, guitar, he plays everything. He's a musical genius. And I was obviously into theatre and musical theatre, straight theatre, and also singing, like as a vocal coach. And I was like, we need to bring in a dance. And the dance is not strong in Phuket, actually. So but it's slow actually to get the dance studio is slow to grow, but we've got an amazing new teacher. She's actually head of dance at Head Start. So we're really lucky to have her.
Lovely.
Yeah, so I think just to be able to offer all these things with our passions behind it, you know, it's...
Yeah. You mentioned another passion of yours is elephants.
Yeah, I've been working with a sanctuary up in Khao Sok, about 2.5 hours from Phuket, and I met them like 5 years ago. I went up with my friend Nina for, you know, a weekend, and I was like, is there any ethical elephant places up here? And the lady, we were staying in our jungle house, she was like, no, but there's a guy, he really wants to like offer different programs instead of trekking. So I went with one of her staff, and she was translating for me, and we started to work together. So I started helping, like we did a thing with my kids where we walked with the elephants and just washed them. And back in those, when it was, you know, we were really, I was learning on my feet. And now we're pretty much like full sanctuary. Money is a massive problem. Obviously with COVID, we've had no tourists. So I've been fundraising. There were 4 elephants at the moment, there's 3. One of our elephants has gone back to their owner, which is so sad, but what can we do? So it's a really tough time, but I love them. When I go up, they hear my car, they come towards the car. It's beautiful.
So there's nothing much happening because of the lack of tourism?
No, and as I said, I'm fundraising. I've got a Weeboon account, so if anybody wants to donate, be great.
You've mentioned several things in this conversation that we should put links
in, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, very happy to do that. Right. So here and now today, it's early November and things are looking up in Phuket, would you say?
I think so, right? You know, I never want to get too optimistic with this COVID thing, but I really hope so. Yeah, I really hope that the world can open up because, I mean, I'm sure you know, this place has been crippled. I mean, we rely so much on tourism and...
Yeah, out at the beach, I noticed there are more people out
there.
there.
And more cars around, even in Boat Avenue. I'm like, oh. Some days I haven't been able to get parking right outside the door, so it's good.
Good location, Boat Avenue.
It is, yeah.
It is, yeah. Hey, so would we just say bye with the puppet there and all of that, because that would be a lovely way to end.
Okay.
Hey.
Thank you! Bye!
Bye.
Thanks a million.
Thank you.